Hello. Um, well, we got into another game pretty quickly. This was exactly what I was hoping for. I'm going to try to play quickly so that this game can finish by one. Well, this is come on, game. You got this. All right, there we go. All right, let's go. What am I picking here? Swarmlings seems pretty natural here because you have the big building event here, you have a town here, and you have the temples in round 6. I'm not going to put them in, but I also won't block them by picking mermaids. I will pick a faction that likes air cult rewards, such as maybe Auren. Auren could be interesting here. Auren, the stronghold is in round 2. If these events were switched, I would love Auren here. Who could get the priest? I think that the person who lands in this seat could get the priest or could get the big building tile. Oh, hey, what do you know? Jesse G saw the same thing that I did. Okay, so let's put halflings. Halflings have a decent chance of landing on the priest, and they would like that. If not, then they're getting like a... Well, let's just hope that they get the priest. If not, they can open with a single spade, temple for air 2, or they could actually take this. It's a little unusual, but you can actually take this and leave the big building tile or something, and then you can open with air 2, get the spade, and you get this. It's fancy, but I think that this might be a fun game for fancy. This is I don't like JDI picking Chaos Magicians here. I think that this is a very strong game for green to take away E7 with their first action. I think that if I were Auren playing this matchup, I would absolutely take away E7 with my first action here. Because 2 cult factions makes it so that the race to the Tukey town is that much more important. Oh shit, 3 cult factions. Oh, Patrick. You sneaky. Man, there's so many good pass tiles here for Swarmlings. It's kind of insane. I think with the round... Halflings with a priest to air. Well, so here's my thing. Are halflings getting that priest to air? Would Swarmlings take the priest instead? Would Chaos take the priest? Would Chaos take big building and you land on the spade? I guess if you land on spade, it can't be that bad, right? Like, I am going to bid down Swarmlings a little bit because they are just so strong and resilient. They're going to be able to start on G6. That will bother halflings a little bit. They will need to spend their first action taking a spade action. Protect themselves. Landscapes are on this game, so that makes Swarmlings even stronger by starting in the east. But yeah, I do. If halflings get that priest to air, I really do like them. If they don't, then maybe we're in trouble. Also possibly awkward for halflings. Is it possible that halflings lose G5 this matchup? Bulky, you think that Swarms and Chaos should/will take Stronghold, Sanctuary, and the Spade Scroll. Okay, so here's my argument with that. Are Swarmlings really taking the Spade? In this matchup, don't they want either a double dig or something? I guess the argument to be had is that if Swarmlings take the spade, then you really need to prioritize G5. If they don't take the spade for halflings, then I'm the expert for Swarmlings. I think that G6 Swarmlings is happening every time here. The question is, are they on H4, D5, or D2? I don't think any good Swarmlings player should be playing D5 in this matchup. Okay, sorry. That is not true. I've seen lots of strong Swarmlings players place D5 in matchups like this. I don't see that winning very often, and I really don't like doing it myself either. You can start, this is a very, very hex kind of like greedy sort of matchup. Like it's a vicious hex battle at the beginning of this game. Because if swarmlings are on G6, like I think they should be, then halflings need to take halflings very likely want to take this area early. But if swarmlings are on H4, then the southern route for halflings becomes a lot less interesting. You think that swarmlings starting H4 will result in auren starting G3. That's a very interesting point. I kind of like that idea because that means that auren could start with single spade onto E7 and still build, and maybe they could just not build F4, right? You might get auren on E7, auren on C3 or something. G3 and C3 starts for auren. That would be really bad for chaos as well. But yeah, I mean, like these are my considerations, right? Like swarmlings placing 4th makes H4 a lot more dangerous because halflings can also place I8. Like what if halflings placed I8 and started with the power tile? They could grab H5, G5 in round 1, and that would be kind of disgusting, right? So like that is a big risk of starting H4 for swarmlings, which kind of makes me lean toward D2. Oh, you don't see swarmlings getting the leech for double dig? I mean, they don't need double dig, right? Like I think that halflings could take away G5. If halflings don't dig G5, then swarmlings dig G5, and that's actually a lot worse for halflings than that's like about as bad for halflings as losing H7, right? It means that they need a bridge town, like in order to not have to dig expensively, or they can just start F7, but then they probably don't connect. Like chaos very often takes this hex, so starting over here, your connection is pretty tricky. I still kind of like halflings though. The other question is like, it's just sad to think that like these air cult rewards might like go by the wayside. You think swarmlings should start with a spade to get G5 because auren should take the single dig. Yeah, like this is what I'm saying. Like there is actually so much going on here, and you don't know how other people are thinking. I think that the best thing that can happen here, like I think auren should be taking E7 this game. I don't think green should always take E7, but I feel like they very, very likely should take E7 this game. The best thing that can happen for auren, right, is to, like the absolute best thing that could happen for auren. This is not going to happen, but this could happen, like theoretically. They could open with a temple for heir 2. They start on this thing. Like I don't think, even in the best scenario, they're not getting the priest, right? They open with a temple for heir 2. They use this to bump to get this spade, and then they cult spade this thing to green. Next round they build that, and they build their stronghold for Earth 1. That is not actually going to happen this game. The air rewards are so good that I really think that this is... I don't want any part of Chaos Magicians right now because I really don't think that they're getting this stretch. If they don't get that stretch, then they probably just open with the Sanctuary. And if they open the Sanctuary, then they maybe go for this Bridge Town up here. Like, that's pretty rough for halflings, but... You think that halflings can beat swarmlings to H5? I mean, yes, halflings can beat swarmlings to H5, which is why I don't think that swarmlings should be starting H5 this game. Yeah, the spade is awkward for Chaos Magicians if they don't get the center, which means I think that Chaos might actually prefer... Like, Chaos would love the big building tile, right? But I mean, that means that halflings are either getting the priest or the big building tile. Like, that can't be... Sorry, they're either getting the spade or the priest, right? The big building tile should never make it down this line. The spade actually could, because swarmlings don't necessarily want the spade. I think Chaos Magicians taking the spade is actually pretty good. Yeah, imagine CM getting spade scroll and the single spade. One of my favorite things, and like, I don't think that a lot of people agree, like, notice this / agree with me when I mention it. I think that getting the spade and the single spade in round 1 is just as good as getting a double spade with some like coins tile or getting double dig in round 2, right? Like sometimes people are like, single spade is so weak. I would rather just double spade in round 2. If I get the spade in round 1, then I love taking the spade power action as well to get 2 hexes. Wow, Jesse G likes auren here. That's wild. It just, so my hesitation with auren is it feels so bad to not get this, right? It just feels so bad to not get the air cult reward, but I think that I just need to like get over that and like that, like I just need to get over that idea that like the spade. Actually, kind of think of it, right? Like I'm talking so much about the race to the 2 key town. Swarmling should always just win that race, right? Can anyone get that town in round 2? I don't think anyone can get that town in round 2 unless it's like a surprise halflings appearance because they have 2 digs for like a bunch of hexes. So the question is, do Swarmlings get enough leech to build their sanctuary in round 2? In round 1, they might want spade, as we were talking about. Ooh. Alright, here's a thought. Swarmlings could get no neighbors, right? Isn't there a world where Swarmlings don't get neighbors in round 1? What if halflings dug this guy to brown but didn't build here? I mean, it's Patrick, so Patrick would definitely build there. But it could happen that Swarmlings have no neighbor if they start like D2, G6 or something. That actually might mean that D5 happens. That could make Chaos a little better. With no town, can Chaos have a game here? I think that the answer is probably not. Chaos don't really have much of a game without getting a town. I'm going to bid Halflings. I think that they have some of the best economic prospects. There's a small question of which favor tile do we take with auren Stronghold here. I think the answer is Air 2. Yeah, the race to the 2 key town, I'm not seeing it super clearly. I think that auren could win the race. I think that Chaos should never win the race to the 2 key town here. I think that auren should almost certainly take a power tile and dig. I don't think halflings are this close to swarmlings, but are auren that much worse than swarmlings? It's tough. All right, what are the pass tiles like? All the ship tiles are pretty good for red, but there's not a lot of scoring on the track. Like, Chaos aren't getting this town. Halflings are likely to get this town. Swarmlings are likely to get this town. Auren could very well get this town with a bridge here. Halflings are likely to get a town either here or in the east. So yeah, Swarmlings are still getting a town. They're fairly likely to get the 2 key town. And it's round 6 temples. So those are all reasons that I still like Swarmlings here. You think auren take temp ship? I think auren take temp ship as well. I think that they probably start G3. You think that auren take temp ship but don't single dig? Man, we have... This is... Yeah, it's pretty crazy, like, the variety of, like, different options that are out there, right? Like, you're saying that auren might start C3, right? And then they single dig... Or then they don't single dig, they place here and here. They just, like, straight up build. And like they save their power for coins and workers that they can build this thing. I mean, that's very reasonable. My biggest thing is that like as auren just feels so bad not to get these cult rewards, in my opinion. Okay, we're swarmlings. Don't let me down, Jesse. Dig this goddamn hex. Oh, we talked about the fact that we could get no neighbors as swarmlings, didn't we? That's the reason why we actually stayed away from swarmlings. We didn't think that part through, did we? Yeah, we could still have no neighbors here as swarmlings. Awkward. Swarmlings placing here also obviously means that, or auren placing here obviously means that we can't really do that as chaos. I think I just placed D2 here. Well, what's likely to happen? If I place H4, auren probably just start G3 and annoy me, right? Because they're getting temp ship. And then they can still spade this first action. It doesn't cost them anything. I could place like H2. We do have landscapes on Zitcob. Landscapes are on. I think D2, like, yeah, I don't really want to start over here. Like, there's also a world where I get, like, effed up by halflings starting here. Though then I get the east. So I'm okay. This almost guarantees me a neighbor. auren would probably build here with their first action. But, like, or they could start here and spade this, right? But that can't be that good. I'll just start D2. Maybe I have to pay 6 extra coins in round 1. I can live with that. The worst part is that I'm probably not going to get this. I got to step up my pace a little bit too. Halfling starting at H7 would be great for me, but they're probably starting at F5. auren is starting double center. It's a clear sign that they want temp ship. I don't mind this at all. They get better lead from Chaos Magicians. They want E7. This is going to help them toward their town, because they're going to spade E7 with their first action. Chaos would struggle to get this, so. Chaos being my friend on E3 would be a dream, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's also a dream for auren if Chaos starts E7 or E3, because then Chaos gets this, or then auren can just open Temple Heir 2. G2 CM might happen. What does G2 get them? I guess it gets them this town, and I guess they can still get E8 because halflings aren't likely to beat them there. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could happen. JDI hopefully had a plan. Anyway, yeah, I forgot, like, this auction went on so long that I forgot that the reason why I went off of swarmlings was because I didn't like this hex here. This is a really, really weird matchup, and I don't feel great right now. Okay, Chaos does just start there. Unfortunately, they didn't place E3. I think I just take the big building tile here. It just can't be that bad. The power tile is definitely wrong. I mean, I could take the priest, or the single spade instead. I guess the single spade is threatening here. It's good for Chaos. But I think, yeah, actually, I'm going to take the spade. I think you guys might have been right. This forces halflings to dig this hex. Even if they don't build it, they have to dig it. It forces their action, and I can still use my spade up here. I would love for them to actually build it. It is Patrick on it, so I think that he will likely build it to avoid me retaliating. This might be like the first time ever that I have chosen the spade over the big building tile as swarmlings, by the way. Patrick is getting the priest, which is brilliant for him. So Zach, hello, how are you? This has to happen, right? Like this is the game that we've been playing. Why did I take the spade over the big building tile? It has a lot to do with the fact that I'm not getting any other spades in round 1, and I have no neighbors. So the spade, I think, kind of tells Patrick, hey dude, I need to dig G5, otherwise swarmlings are going to take G5. So I'm hoping that this is going to cause halflings to dig this first action and possibly give me this hex. Though, actually, I just realized halflings don't get a dig now. Fuck. Actually, this is fine. Then I just get G5. G5 is fine. I get G5, which was not what I actually wanted, but I mean, this also can't be that bad. Yeah, I actually get G5, which I suppose this was an awkward part about halflings, but I didn't think that hard about it. I do think this is actually better, yeah, because like Patrick hard digging this is possible, but like if he hard digs this and doesn't build it, that's really, really bad. I would just retaliate by digging this back. So I think this is good for, yeah, he's just gonna go off and get the double spade, which is good for him. All right, this worked out, or I mean, it's too early to say that this has worked out, but this is working out. I think auren, by the way, look incredible here, right? They're getting they're getting monstrous leech over here. Patrick probably stepped away from his computer or something. Okay. Now we're happy, right? Patrick's also not that unhappy. I mean, he's still getting double dig. He's going to get this town because I didn't start H4. So, I mean, Patrick is not unhappy at all. He still has first priest to air, which he should send now. I would totally send this priest before anything else happened. Otherwise, maybe I would take double dig here. But I think sending the priest instead of giving people leech is perfectly fine. Taking double dig to secure G4 is nice because then I'm going to upgrade and he'll get even more leech from me upgrading G5. So thinking about it, probably digging these two guys makes sense right now, but we'll see how Patrick views it. This does look very good for auren, admittedly. Like I'm still a little sad that he's not going to get this air cult bonus, but who knows? Like he might buy the priest, right? It would take away double dig. The thing is that buying the priest and templing for air 2 and burning yourself down is probably not the move here for auren, but okay, the priest went away, so Patrick's next move is to send the priest. Five-power priest to air, it's time. I guess I could have done that, right? But I don't think I'm going to. I think that let's do a little move counting here. So, Chaos Magicians have the tile that I want. Chaos Magicians have Temple, Sanctuary, and Priest. They're acting before me. So I am going to go Stronghold, TP, and Temple. I think that that's the plan. Yeah. I think that there's a world where I can get Chaos Magician's tile, and that would probably be the best world. I don't think they have enough stuff to take another power action. They're going to get 2 more leech. Plus 1, 2. They're going to get like 4 more power this round, right? Yeah, so there's 1 of the power that they're getting. Oh, wait, what? Whoa, what? I thought for sure that Chaos Magicians were going to take air 2 so that they could... Well, okay, they don't have a place to put that spade. Okay. Unless Chaos Magicians takes water 2. If Chaos Magicians took water 2, I would actually have been pretty happy. Because what I actually kind of wanted to happen was for Chaos to take... was to get this coins action as well. The coins action is there for me, but I don't think that I'm going to wind up taking it because probably based on the moves that I'm counting, I need to be ready to pass on a Chaos's tile. The most important thing for me right now is to manage to make this guy. That is by far the most important thing that can happen for me in my game. This is a landscapes game, so I should consider whether or not I want Earth 1. Water 1 is going to be 3 more points right away. How many dwellings might I build it? Like, maybe I only get one of the two, because it's a round 6 temples game, so maybe I don't really want to get the other. How many dwellings could I build this game? Let's say that I make it one sanctuary town over here. And then let's say I make a 4 hex town here with dwellings, so that's 1, 2. And then over here I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Landscape. That's 10, 11, 12. So I would be building 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dwellings. That's a 12-point Earth 1 if I build like the minimum amount of stuff. And I'm not contesting network. Oh, Patrick took Earth 1. And Chaos Magicians took Earth 1. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to take Earth 1 here, right? Like, Water 1 is 15 points for me. Air 1, I'm almost certain that I'm taking Air 1 here. Oh, wait, awkward. I can't temple. In that case, my next action is probably just to buy coins, right? I'm still hoping to land on the Chaos Magician's tile here. Yeah, my next action is to take coins if I can. Patrick and Auren, actually, that's awkward. Patrick and Auren both have opportunities to take coins in front of me. Maybe I should have thought of that. Okay, so if Chaos are sending this... Oh, wait, hold on. Chaos opened the Sanctuary. I'm so dumb. Chaos might have 2 actions left, right? Chaos might have Priest to Air and Bridge so that they get this spade. So Chaos actually has 2 actions left. Oh, man, I miscounted. I've miscounted. Okay, so I think that revision to the plan. Oh, okay, cool. We are getting a power action that we want. That's good. Patrick probably takes one of the power actions that I want, probably the coins. Yeah. Okay. Awkward. That's fine. I think what I do here is I take the workers and then I build the sanctuary. Or then I build the temple. I might lose the Chuki town. I'm not getting cults. I'm not getting network. My only real way of scoring is just kind of greed points then. We're going to see how this winds up going down. I could also pass onto the coins now and open with a workers action. That is a fair point, yeah. I could open the workers action. I would need 3 power to a worker as well, right? I need 8 workers, but I could pass onto this. I would have enough coins. JDI is always sending this priest here. I think that's fairly clear. That's a very interesting point. Because I need the workers anyway, right? So my dream world is that Chaos just passes here, right? That would be my dream. But I think that it's probably too worth it to them to build this bridge and send the priest, right? Like this is like a dream life if they get this dwelling and then next round they can just build this bridge. Then they are in contention for this round 3 town. I think that has to be correct for Chaos Magicians. Wow, this is wild. I did not see this coming. Okay, I mean, this worked out, right? Like this. Oh, they would have to burn to 5 for the bridge. Who cares? It's like you get the priest lets you double, or like the 6 power lets you double dig, right? But is it the end of the world if they can't double dig if they get a free spade? They're getting this free spade as well. Like they're likely to be able to. They're already at step 3, right? They're getting this, so they're going to get that free spade as well. This is amazing for me. I need... What do I still need? I need 14 coins. I have 9, so I need 5 coins and 1 worker. 5 coins and 1 worker is equivalent to 8 power, and I've got exactly 8 power. I literally have exactly 8 power right now. Obviously, it would be preferable if I can get these 2 power actions, but I think auren are going to take the coins first. If they don't, then I will grab the coins. I don't think Chaos is taking the coins here, but I mean, I suppose they could, but they don't have any spades, so. All right, come on, auren. I'm channeling so that you give me the coins. Ooh, they take spades. What is this? All right, I think Chaos actually is taking the coins now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, Chaos is taking the coins to ship. So they're going to come across, like, the top. They don't have enough stuff to get this, though. Like, they can't single dig B4, which is a bit of a bummer. But I think that I just did the math, and I have enough. I don't need to take this worker's action to do anything. I can just start by templing. I should always get the worker's action back if I do want that route. But I think I would have to convert that worker to a coin anyway. So we're going to take Air 1 first. Air 1 is important because it gets us an extra worker into the next round. We're not going to make a town next round, by the way. That is a bummer. Auren wanted to really lock in the 2-key town. So what happened there was auren saw that I actually had the ability to double dig, but it does make me quite sad that I didn't get these coins. Those coins would have been really, really nice. We're not? I don't think we're getting this town. How are we getting that town? Are we getting the double spade next round? I don't think we're going to have the power to double spade next round. Yeah, there's no way we're getting a town next round. The question is, can we even get down a dwelling so that we don't waste our swarmlings action? And I think the answer to that is yes. Like, in the worst case, we're going to... Yeah, in the worst case, we take, like, a priest and we, like, hard dig or something over here in the west. Yeah, there's actually, like, 0 chance that I'm going to get this, that I'm going to get this town next round. And it's okay. It's okay. Like, this was part of the price that we paid. In order to be swarmlings. We're going to make this. We're actually going to be a jerk and pass on to this if people don't give us like something better. Chaos was a jerk to us, so I'm tempted to pass on to this guy. The other small upside to getting this is that I can actually take the single spade action. Though, would it require burning us down? Oh, I have 6 power income. So this, I would have 9 power. So this would be 8 in bull. I would have 8 in bull, or 7 in bull 2, and 1 in bull 3. I would need to burn 3 power, so I would only have 5 power left after that. Okay. That doesn't seem great. Who else wants a single spade next round? Oh, Patrick has 10 workers next round currently, and he could bridge here. I think bridging here is pretty good for halflings, right? They have enough workers that they can hard dig, build, hard dig. They single spade. Oh, okay. They're going to town over here next round. Okay, that's actually very strong. Yeah, we got ourselves into all sorts of trouble here. Doesn't look good, gents. Auren took Earth 1. Okay. I'm fine with that. Everyone's game does look very good here. I don't think my game is that bad, but it is very unfortunate not to get the 2-key town. I've gotten 1 point of leech this game. Now, admittedly, I don't really want to pay much leech when I'm swarmlings anyway, so I'm not too sad about that. Can I get the double spade next round? I think I can't because it looks like JDI should be able to get the double spade next round. But if I send the priest off, I probably get the single spade, right? I don't think that anyone else wants the single spade next round. JDI might want the double spade. So what I can do is I can pass on to this. I can send multiple priests off to cults, and then I'll just single spade down C1 or something. It's not going to be exactly what like we're not going to get the town, but this is the issue with opening with the sanctuary. So like I don't really have any regrets about this. Auren should be able to get the coins next round. That's nice for them. Yeah, I think that next round we probably send 2 priests to the earth. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting JDI's tile. Okay, so I want this guy then. Then I'll send 2 priests to the earth cult. Or do I just want the priest instead? I probably have enough priests. But with the priest, I could send 2 to the earth cult and 1 to the water cults, which seems kind of nice. This is all I need. Yeah, this is all I need. It's going to be a long time before I can get back onto this tile, so. Wait, JDI didn't do anything this round. That's... he's a very strong player, but I don't like how this chaos game has developed. I think that Auren are absolutely crushing it. Auren. I just realized that Auren didn't build a temple in the first round. I guess that's okay, but I have to think that JDI wants double spade here. Oh wait, no, JDI doesn't want double spade because he has no shipping. What the hell, dude? What the hell is this? Just please take coins, because I can't take coins, and Auren getting coins means that they win. It just does. He might go coins into priest. That's kind of what I suspect here for JDI. Yep, it is coins into priest, okay? Auren probably... so I sent the priest to water because I think that I'm going to win the water cult. I think I want to get some points off the cults this game, and like the water track is a good place to start. I'm going to send the next one to earth and bump myself up on earth track, and then maybe I can get a single spade after that. If not, I get a workers action. That's also fine. There's the 2-key town for Auren. They're going to bump themselves up the earth cult. I am literally just doing this to get a spade. I think that that's a perfectly fine use of stuff, though. Patrick is going to take water 1. He's a funny guy. Actually, hilariously, are Auren taking a double spade here? I have what? This is 1, 2, 3, and this is 4.5 power. If I got a 2 for 1 and I bump myself up the air track, I could get a double spade. But if I use this priest, then the double spade doesn't do me as much. Ooh, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. All right. If I send the priest to air, and I bump myself on air, then I would have enough power to double spade F5, F7, put down a landscape, and put down E11. But that's too much contortion, right? That's probably not as good. Like, I've already lost the 2-key town. It's 5 points, but 5 points is just 5 points. I can just try to make more points later. I don't have tempo on the 2-key town. Or, I mean, I don't have tempo on the double spade. You're right, I don't. But, like, I don't know that Auren wants a double spade. They probably want to just pass for coins next round. JDI is going to double spade once he gets to ship 2. JDI wants to build here before he double spades, right? I mean, it doesn't... Like, I was thinking that JDI wants ship 3, but you're right. Ship 2 probably just makes more sense for him. In any case, it doesn't really matter. That plan is probably just a little goofy anyway. I think that taking a single spade here is completely fine. Jesse wants to, lock up some cults? Probably send priest to earth or something? I don't know what that was necessarily about, that priest action. Patrick is going to take a town, probably an 8-pointer, just given how Patrick plays. Like, it's a very good scoring town here. Yeah, he just takes an 8-pointer. All right, so we're going to get the last 8-point town. I think that's pretty good. Auren don't have another town lined up. They might go for this town here. Once halflings are on H5, I could see Auren going for like a savage like cutoff. Like I would do something like that. I don't know if Jesse would, but all right, we have a single spade. We should take it while it's still there. This puts us at 6 power. I think that's fine. Kick this hex. Yeah. Auren can't fly. By the way, the other question I have for you, Fatty, is how is JDI? Where's JDI getting the leech to double spade? He doesn't have that, and he doesn't have any means of getting power, right? He doesn't have. Yeah, I don't understand how JDI is supposed to be double spading here. Auren Temple? Are Auren Templing? I mean, if Auren Temple, then yes, but I actually don't know if Auren Temple there. Is there a world where just passing onto the spade is better than bumping myself up the earth track? Probably not, right? There's other good stuff out there. I don't think that I'm really blocking people by taking this spade that much. And there is still a world where I end up on like one of these scoring pass tiles instead. Patrick passes. I think that Patrick should take temp ship. That might fit his goals the best. But the spade is certainly not bad. Yeah, he does take temp ship. I think that he might try to secure these 2 hexes with his first action next round. Actually, he would need a leech for that. I don't think he's going to get that leech. But he can still open coins and then maybe just hard dig. Like he has... Oh, he doesn't have any shipping. So I think that the 2 spades that he gets are probably coming here. How much do I care about making a mega town over here versus over here? I feel like a 3-hex town here is nice and neat. But if Patrick really does come after this, then like I can just turn this to black, right? Next round, if I turn this to black and I manage to pass onto the spade, then Patrick coming after H6 doesn't make a lot of sense. He could come after F6 instead, I guess. Come through here, but I act after him, so I can just interfere with whatever hex he doesn't take. Plus, he doesn't have Act 6 capability, so as soon as he builds, oh man, never mind. JDI will have... Okay, so JDI is going to Act 6 next round. Now I think Auren might build a temple, right? Okay, so Chaos took the spade. I do this. Auren is going to easily outlast me, so I can't get the big building tile. But I think I'm going to have a 2-action round next round. I'm going to go D1 strong or action, and then I pass onto points. Okay, so Auren do stay in the round. So yeah, I'm gonna look for a fast round, but I will pass onto this points tile, which will give me access to double dig, which should be a pretty good deterrent to others as well. Yeah. I need to fit, right now I would be at 5 power. This puts me over the top. I could also take this, but this gets me absolutely nothing, so that probably isn't the way. Yeah, this blocks other people from getting it. Now that said, like Auren is going to get a lot of points. Maybe I should be blocking Auren here. What do we think? Should we be blocking Auren instead? Auren is clearly winning this game. Maybe we shouldn't even worry about them. I think I want this instead. I actually have spades next round, and if Patrick does build on a hex, then he's going to give me the leech for a double spade. And also, I'm not getting this double spade anyway, right? Like, JDI is getting the double spade. So unfortunately, I am undoing this. Sorry, everyone. Undo on stream is always painful. I'm just going to block this tile. It's going to be 0 points for me, but it actually is better economy for me. Somehow than the alternatives, so. Jesse's second favor was water 2. Interesting. Chaos isn't threatening water 1, so I actually like this move quite a bit for Auren. They're going to close the... I thought that I was winning the water cult. Obviously, I was wrong. I need to get the second... I need to get the 8-point town here. I think that is pretty clear. The 8-point town gives me a worker here. It doesn't cost me any tempo. It annoys Chaos Magicians in a lot of ways. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious where Patrick's spades go. If they go on F6 or H6. Goes on F6, okay. This makes a lot of sense to me, because even if I take F7, which I will, Patrick can still come up through here. So, let's see. I guess I take this, right? Don't give this neighbor chaos. Just don't do it. Oh, Patrick gets the coins. Okay. All right. Can I get this 2-action round to go off? JDI has an opportunity to double spade here. Could take C2, B4. Would probably be the play. JDI is also like has so many resources. I think that he's in dig advanced territory if he really wants to. Okay, this is an interesting call here by JDI. So, I now have the ability to advance to take the double spade. The question is, where does it go? I think that the answer is that it would go in F7, right? I still want this town. This, like, at least costs halflings one more spade. And I think that that means that my landscape is probably going to go over here. Like, basically I have to figure out, do I want my mega town over here, or do I want it over here? I think that over here it's a little better, but not by a ton. So I'll put a dwelling here. I will TP. But I just really want to get onto this guy, right? Like, that's the problem. Okay. Gonna worry about it a little less. We're gonna put the dwelling down. Bulky, you think that I could still possibly win water? Yeah, I mean, it is technically possible that I could still win water. We're not going to focus too much on that possibility. Like, if we get onto this big building tile, obviously that's like the real game changer. Auren probably don't want a sanctuary. Like, the Auren sanctuary is so bad, and they don't have any coins, so... What's this? We're being offered leech? I don't think we're past the leech taking stage of this swarmlings game. All right. It is possible that I'm being a little too kind to Chaos Magicians here by letting them get this town. However, they are not getting an efficient town with their sanctuary, so I think it's not the end of the world that they're going to get this town. Right, like I am seeing that, like, basically what I did was I made Patrick's town very slightly more expensive. And at the same time, I made life a little more easy for Chaos Magicians, because they should be able to get this town here. Who's passing? Auren are not passing. They have 3 steps to use. Halflings could pass. Halflings have no hexes. I really, really kind of want to form this town here. It would require a priest to a worker, but it gets me a no, okay. No one else has taken the 8-point town. I should pass here. I should just be disciplined and pass. Yeah, so the one other thing that I was considering was I was considering coming to E11 and building a dwelling, but I think that, like, just looking at it, this has to be better. I don't think it was that wild to build 2 dwellings here. But I have like no other ways of making points this game, so you don't think anyone was passing anytime soon? Yeah, that's the thing. Well, my thing was that I think that it was possible that Patrick was passing, though I didn't realize that he had advanced his digs, so actually he wasn't passing. Oops. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, Zakob, you are totally describing like the reasons why like I was considering not passing there for sure. I probably should have paid closer attention to the fact that Patrick had advanced digs. I didn't realize that he did. So like I think that my decisions were kind of based on this context that like, oh, it's possible that like halflings will pass for that tile. But that tile isn't even that good for halflings. So I that was definitely a misstep in my judgment. That could have been two more workers for me. Um, so we'll see how those two workers come into play later. In any case, this is the dwellings round, so I will make a couple, like one more point per worker that I missed out on. It's kind of a sad sort of sad sort of comfort, but JDI is going to lock up water 1 and air 1 here, I assume. It could be water 1 and like fire 2, but I don't think that there's much interest in. Wow, he does take fire 2. Okay. I don't know where he thinks he's getting his second town, but maybe this is just for the like the cult rewards and locking up the fire track. This is also kind of bad news for me because I think that I think Zakob or Bulky, you were saying that I could possibly win the water track. Auren is now going to put a lot more pressure on winning the water track. So yeah, Auren, by the way, did what I said that they might in taking I7. So I anticipate that their cult bump here goes on the water track. I am much more of a cult threat than Patrick is. Because I just have like a million priests and I'm going to be taking an 8-point town here. I do not have Earth 1. I chose Water 1 and Air 1. I didn't, like, I think Water 1 is like 3 more points this game than Air 1. And there's no reason for me to temple for Air 1 early because it's round 6 temples. So all the scoring pass tiles are sitting behind me. So this is also like, this is a bummer because Auren can easily, like they have water too. They're going to take a super long round. They're going to get onto a pass tile. I'm going to get like just nothing really. We should figure out what a power action we want. I think that's very likely that we'll just take the coins. We still have advanced digs to come this game. We don't have a lot of workers, so that's one reason why we might not want the coins. The other question is like who else is taking coins? I think JDI wants spades, so we should definitely take the coins away from Auren, who really want it. Might get some workers back, but we might get some power back by forming our towns, and we might take a workers town as one of them as well. So Patrick comes here. Yeah, I'm gonna let him have E10. I don't think I can. I don't think taking away E10 without a power action makes any sense. I'm obviously not taking this leech, so. I don't know who made the call that Auren were going to focus on winning the fire cult, but it was a good read. This might just give me just enough tempo to try to win the water cult then. I mean, I guess Jesse doesn't need to worry about this fire cult right now because I am considering taking this leech, actually. I think that this might be good for my power cycling so that I can grab this or this to stall further. So I actually am going to pay these 2 victory points, and hopefully I don't regret it too much. But in the end, like this was just not a great game for us. I think everyone else's game plan was just a little too strong, especially Auren's game plan. Let's just win this cult while we still have a chance. We're not going to advance our digs this round, so it looks like maybe we should be contending for the double spade here. I would like to drop my landscape here. Wow, this is so generous. Giving that leech, giving that extra neighbor, absolutely delicious for Auren. I can't really complain, right? Like they're doing very sensible stuff for themselves. All right, so our plan here is to send priest to air. Actually, I don't need to worry about the double spade. What am I talking about? I should close this cult just because I'm closing this cult. Then I'm probably going to buy the workers. Oh, this is a classic Patrick right here. I think that he's going to get 12 network points simply because Chaos's network is so trash. And then he's going to get another town. He has Earth 1, Water 1, and Dig points. He's going to... Patrick is very, very much in this game. I shouldn't have disparaged what he was doing if that seemed to be happening. I think I changed my mind again. I think that I do want the double spade here. Yeah, I think I actually do want the double spade here. So let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would need one more hex after that with fire 2. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, let's say I have two more TPs here. Or one more TP here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so this should actually probably be the... Maybe this is actually just supposed to be the landscape. But I kind of want to put one of my TPs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say I put a TP here. So this would be 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I will need one more hex after that. So I think that I go dwelling, 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 put a TP up here, and then last round I'll advance my digs, make a temple, and then dig down this guy for my landscape for my town. So I do want to make this TP this round for the extra worker. So I'm just going to go with this. I'm not going to think too hard about it. Says the guy who's already thought like a ton about it. I probably didn't need to give that leech to Patrick. I probably was supposed to take H7 instead. Oh well. Patrick had sniped these workers. Wouldn't blame him. This might slightly annoy JDI. JDI hasn't advanced his digs yet, so he might have been hoping to double spade E2 or F2 here. But I think that he probably wants to... Wow, he's just building stuff. Okay. And building stuff is always acceptable, I suppose. But Yeah, everyone still has a lot more actions. Maybe I can manage to stall out auren at least, but they can still buy the priest here. And they can like make a lot more TPs. This is always happening. Yeah, being at a points deficit with the worst endgame score does not feel great. I guess Chaos Magician's also a pretty poor endgame score, but I really don't understand this. I guess the Fire 2 is an extra worker, but I like this is more power than JDI needs. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be criticizing JDI's like decisions that much. Like it's also 4 power, I guess. 4 power in a worker. Goes up the air track, so I'm gonna legitimately get 8 points on calls this game. I have 8 endgame points. God, that's painful. All right. So on that note, we should get ourselves probably workers here. I think we want a workers town. We want to advance our dig still. We want a temple. And we want to dig. It just seems like we need workers still. Snake, you hated what JDI was doing in the Lustrous stream? I don't agree with that. I think that JDI almost won that game, right? He had like 152. The winner only had like 158, and that also tied Darkling's score. Whoa. Am I being offered a... no, auren should just pass here. I'm not going to get offered this pass tile. Though auren could just prefer mine. They could like go the build TPs and build my economy route, but I think that they should just pass here. Pretty clearly. Auren buys a priest. I don't understand it. I guess they might just prefer my path. Auren doesn't want to get to 3 ship. Alright, in that case, I am going to press my luck and I'm just going to advance my digs. Because I actually want to advance digs more than I want to advance ship necessarily, so I'm gonna just test this out to see what happens. Because Jesse buying this priest doesn't do that much for Jesse's game, so I suspect that he's going to let me have this tile. And if he doesn't, then I take the spade. I'm not that unhappy. Like, I have 3 priests left this game, and I have to dedicate, like, a fair number of those. So, Jesse's last round is going to go Temple, TP, I suspect. And then try to build, like, some free greens if he can. This is probably a priest town. Or, yeah, probably a priest town, right? I wonder if Jesse's going to undo this move, because I'm not like entirely convinced that he doesn't want to lock me out with a pass tile. Patrick gets to Temple in the final round. It's going to score. He's going to do it. He likes following the track and scoring points. He takes a coin town. That's very justifiable because he needs Temple, TP, ship advance next round. Is Patrick winning network outright? Patrick could win network outright. He gets out like Temple, TP, dwelling. and then he ends with like a TP, 4 structures on his board. Actually, I guess Jesse is going to beat 4 structures on the board no matter what. Let's stop worrying about that and just take our points. Patrick should get the coins. So that means that JDI is going to take the double spade onto E2. So I could get workers. Do I even care about workers? All right, Jesse advances shipping is going to dig this, build this. Or we'll just maybe just dig this. Yeah. Okay, so he can build this next round. If he gets the bridge, that also means that he could go for air 1 instead of fire 2. That would be pretty nice now that he has this hex. I don't think anyone's contesting the bridge, though. I'm not sure that... Yeah, Jesse doesn't need anything for his coins anymore. He just wants to build hexes and make his town. JDI takes workers because he's advancing digs as well. Fine. We don't want to build any more dwellings than we have to, so we are going to take fire 2 right away. What do we got? Bulky. Getting ship scoring is not that bad on the points leader coming to a weak scoring round, so I might not be out of this. I don't think I'm first. I might not be last, but I don't think I'm first. I'm just going to put it that way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 8, 9, 10. This will be 11, and then I have a TP. Okay, so I have done my math correctly at least. Okay, Jesse does take the bridge, so he's going to go for Temple Air 1 plus... Actually, he should still be taking Fire 2, right, to close the Fire cult. Yeah. How much rush is there for the Priest Town? I would love to get the Priest here. What I want to do is I want to... Okay, I guess if I don't get the Priest Town, then I just get this, right? Like, that's not that bad either. This is like an 11-point town, so there's no rush for the towns. I am going to advance my digs first. Yeah. Advancing digs is still good. I don't think that I should be building temples this game. Even though it is temple scoring, I just don't see like where I'm going to make like tons of points off temples. Yeah, we'll just dig down. We'll dig down for hopefully a priest town. And if we don't get that, then we take the 11-pointer and try to buy ourselves a priest. Okay. Fire does get closed. Yeah, Jesse's got this. Though again, it could be a tie with halflings on network. But it does look like there's enough stuff going on up here that Auren should be beating halflings. Auren will also have Air 1, which I guess halflings are going to get as well. But okay, so I am getting the priest. The priest town. This is obviously great because I think I have just enough stuff to get to advance my ship all the way. Ooh, wait, no, I still need one more action. Hopefully, one of the priest towns will go when Patrick takes it, but the other one, I don't think that this is 5 power, so this can't become this can't become the priest town just yet. So how many points have I got this game? Let's say that we do get passed on all of our cults here. Like, there's no reason why JDI shouldn't take Earth 3 and Patrick shouldn't take like water 2 or some guard, or just send a priest off to beat me on this. So I have 8 points here. I have let's add 3 plus 9 plus 9, that's 21, plus 13, that's 34, plus 8. So I have 42 more points this game. I have like 156. 156 is a pretty good score, assuming that I have everything correct. But I don't think it's winning at this table. I think other people should have more than that. Well, Patrick took a coin town. That is the least Patrick of the Isles-like thing that I've ever seen. He is going for network outright. He wants network outright. And he's going to go Temple Air 1. Wait, if he goes Temple Air 1, then he doesn't get quite as much stuff down. Okay, let's see what Patrick's doing. He's going TP, Dwelling, Temple, maybe just another TP. I don't know. Let's secure our priest. We really want this priest. Oh, he still needs a ship upgrade because he's on temp ship. Okay, you're right. So we have 2 stuff left over. If we get 2 free leech, we have no means of getting free leech unless Patrick upgrades here for some godforsaken reason. He would always upgrade here. So we're not going to down convert. Call it a flex, but you know what? I don't need your leech. I don't need to lose resource points or whatever. All right, so Jesse's going to get 7 points off of Air 1 and then 11 points off his town. So that's 18. Passes for 4, 22. 22 plus probably 15 on network. 37 plus 2 from Earth 1, 39. Plus 28 on cults. 39 plus 20 is 67 more points. Actually, my crazer is Jesse only in like the 140s or so. Like high 140s, maybe like low 150s. Jesse shouldn't be out of it. I mean, I thought that Jesse was winning. But now that I'm looking at his points, I think that I'm probably ahead of him. Even if he has 43 endgame points and all this passing, I think I might actually be beating Jesse. JDI did finally advance his digs. Okay, so that did happen. JDI is a comfortable 3rd on network. I think I might be ahead of JDI here. I might be wrong. But it looks like even with like a couple nice temples, he's still only going to get like 10-ish cult points. He's only going to have 16 points in the end game. He doesn't have, well, his temple will include Air 1, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe, actually, does that mean I'm beating Patrick on network then? He should be taking Air 1 or on fire. He should be taking Air 1 instead of fire 3. Yeah, halflings don't have a pass tile. That is true. This is all true. I mean, getting G5, like, this was one of those things where, like, just so much stuff was happening at that point, right? But, like, that does feel like a break that possibly could be game-winning. Patrick has no pass style. He'll advance ship for 3, and he'll build a dwelling for 2. So that's 122. Then he'll have 15 on network, like 137. Then he might have, like, 12 over here on the cults, 10 on the cults. Maybe JDI wants water 2, like an Air 1 water 2. Or, yeah, I think that JDI's temple will probably be for Air 1 water 2. JDI is not getting out enough stuff. Yeah, he's not getting out enough stuff. I don't know. Maybe Jesse handed me the game. I probably could have played it greedier that one round, but I don't think I could have anticipated this luck in getting this passing tile. Swarmlings OP. I mean, like, I don't think that there was anything OP about the fact that I got this G5 hex. This was kind of like luck. Patrick did bid on like the maximalist outcome where you can get the priest off onto this cult, but the problem with the priest is that you lose out on the early double dig where you can secure G5. Like, this is just a much more awkward town. Now, that said, like, he's still got a town through here, and like, this was, he used 2 cult digs on this and like 1 single spade here. He had this hex in round 1. Like, maybe it was fine that he didn't get H7. So maybe I'm wrong, and that was completely fine for Patrick, but I don't think that I was supposed to, like, I was not getting G5 in my head when I made this bid. You can Megatown in either location. That's a fair point. Like, if I wanted to, I could have cut off Chaos here instead, right? Like, I could have cut off E2 and rushed to F2 to, like, lock up this entire island for Megatown. And that could have annoyed people, but I don't know. So JDI is passing for... Actually, maybe JDI is beating me. JDI can make another temple, I guess. Doesn't seem for Air 1... whatever. I'm not gonna worry about the math. In the end, this turned out to be a pretty decent game. I think we're ahead of halflings. I think we're close to auren, and I think we're close to the chaos magicians. You could say that starting the spade scroll and auren went for the single spade first action is a big brain play to secure G5. Yes, but the thing is, auren were not guaranteed to do that. Auren were not guaranteed to take the spade tile. Like, that's why it's not that big brain of a play, right? Like, also our auren, so auren are done, right? Auren are done. They have 28. They're tied with halflings. So they have 15 plus 28. They have 43 points in the end game. They're passing for 7. They have 1 resource point. Sorry, they're passing for 8 with a resource point. So that's 107 with the resource point in the pass. Plus 43, that's 150. I believe we said we were just slightly above 150. Because we passed, we're going to be at 148, 156. JDI, I assume that this is water 2, air 1. And he's going to tie me here. So I actually have 3 more points on the cults. So the question, I guess, is JDI beating me? Because he's not that far. This has to be air 1, right? What are you debating here, buddy? JDI has a resource point, has 8 points here. Oh. Yeah, this still has to be... Oh, it might be air 3 instead. But I think air 1 is better. So JDI will have 126 with a resource point, passes for 10, 136, 6 on network. Wow, it's Earth 3? That seems pretty questionable to me, but okay. Is air 1 with 1 TP that good? I mean, my counter to that is Earth 3 actually better? This is 3 points. He already had water 2, so like he gained 2 points this way. He went from being on spot 6 to being on spot 8 with this. I don't think that that's good. I think air 1 was better. Earth 3? No, I mean, but the thing is, he had water 2. He already had me beat on Earth. Oh, you're saying he went from tying me on Earth to tied with Patrick. Okay, I mean, sure. That's fair. Yeah, so the question is JDI beating me? JDI has 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17 points in the... 11 points on the cult, 6 points on network. That's 17 in the end game. He's passing for 8. That's 133 plus 17. That's 150. 151 now that he sent this. Okay. He was at step 4. I mean, he was at step 4, but he had water too. So he was getting, like, basically he went from step 5 to step 8 with that. Anyway, this is, you know, it's all here, right? So. Getting the Sanctuary out in round 2 of a Sanctuary game is just really, really, really good for Swarmlings. That's my takeaway from here, right? Like, yeah, right. Like in the end, like I had to play Swarmlings this game, right? Like just I was wearing the shirt and everything, so. Well, I think that's that. I'm not going to do the breakdown because this game like did basically run up until like the time limit. We'll do like a 30-second breakdown, but then I want to move on because there is like a 2 versus 2 game going on here. So we got 1 coins action, 2 double spades, and 1 single spade. I think that's a perfectly fine breakdown. I didn't wind up getting workers or priests. That's fine this game. We paid 3 VP and Leech. That's always one of the hidden benefits of Swarmlings. We maxed out our tech. That's pretty typical. Actually, it looks like Auren. Is this Auren? Yeah, they came very close in terms of total points scored. They just had to pay so much more in Leech, which is the difference here. Actually, this is actually wild that we scored the most on the scoring tiles as Swarmlings. This was just apparently an incredibly dry track, which is one of the reasons they were bid so heavily. And this year, by the way, is also like this is why we went Water 1 instead of Earth 1. It's just so good. Water 1 is just so good for Swarmlings, and Air 1 was always better than Earth 1. Like that wasn't even a question. And of course we passed well though. Wow, JDI with that ship scoring was pretty amazing as well. Okay, we're gonna call it there. We're gonna cut the stream. Everyone, please check out the 2v2. I am going to post a link here. I believe that this might actually get streamed, so you don't have to just like go into the voice chat. I think that you should be able to toggle between these 2 streams. So I'm going to check this out. Everyone else check this out. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.